So, a big win for the Chicago Sky, putting them back into the playoffs. Because before this win, they were out of it. As you can see, obviously it hasn't updated, the Atlanta Dream had overtaken them. So, the Sky and the Dream are going to be tied with 6 games to go, with the Mystics 1 game behind. And the thing is, if you are the Sky, you play the Dream and the Mystics. Like, your next game is against Dallas, who are as good as out. Dallas are as good as out, but if you are Dallas, do not want you in the playoffs, by the way. Because if you're not in the playoffs, Dallas have 2 chances in the lottery of getting that number 1 pick. So Dallas need to win that game. And that's the huge game. I think tomorrow, I think that's Sunday. I don't know. Or is it Saturday? I actually have no idea whatsoever of the dates, because obviously it's past midnight for me. But then they face the Mystics, and obviously they're not going to beat the Lynx, and they play the Dream and the Sun. They're not going to beat the Lynx or the Sun. They might beat the Mercury, but like, it's the Dream. They play 3 big games: the Dream, the Wings, and the Mystics. They need to win 2 of those 3. Like, they needed to beat the Sparks today, and they need to win 2 of those 3, because even if they go and beat the Dream, the Mystics, if they lose to the Mystics overtake them. If they lose to the Wings, the Dream are in the playoffs. So they do really need to win these games, because the Wings, I think, are just gone. But for the Sky, today they played a really good game. Like, look, I didn't catch much of this game. I didn't really catch the first half, when I think Sparks were up early enough. Sky were up at halftime, and the third quarter was just a massacre. It was a massacre. And it was another one of those games where Kia Jackson was on early. She got cold quick. Like, she was big in the first half. Derek Ahambi kind of scored a lot of garbage time points. And they were just terrible. I just thought they were awful, the Sparks today. If I called them a different name, I'm sorry. It's 5 a.m. I thought the Sparks were awful today. And I do want to say that Kennedy Carter makes a huge difference. She makes a massive difference to this team, just how they're being guarded. Michaela Oniwere is balling. And I didn't see it, but Angel Reese knocked down a 3. She looked like she was playing. She was big in that third quarter. She got a really nice and 1 over Leah Rue. She played aggressive. And it's like, Kennedy Carter was just kind of feeding. She was feeding her a lot. Like, 7 assists for Kennedy Carter. A couple of times, she was driving in and dishing it to Angel. She was driving in and dishing it to Cardoso. Like, it was a 24-12 game for Angel Reese, which is huge. And she did it on 60% shooting, which means Trendy Hoop Stars is going to have 24-point rookie performances on 60% plus shooting. Angel Reese, Rickea Jackson. We're going to see that post very soon. But for the Sky, this is a game you needed to win. Like, early on in the game, it was a bit of a struggle. Rachel Bannon was hitting some threes. And look, you can't. I only watched maybe 7 minutes of this game. When it went from being a close game to being just a complete blowout, I just turned it off. But I thought the Sky looked good. They genuinely look good. Kennedy Carter is a big addition. She is a big addition. Like, she's so much better than having to play. Is Dana Evans hurt, or is Dana Evans just iced out? I actually thought Dana Evans has been okay the last couple of games. But still no, apparently Dana Evans was just iced out, which is a little bit awkward. Either way, it's a win. A win's a win. A win is a win. And that was like that was just a must-win game just for pride. Like, you cannot. Okay. Angel Reese hit the 3, but it's like, you could not have lost that game.
Reese lines up a 3.
Hey, get her hands. No,
Reese lines up a 3 and got it.
So Angel Reese obviously very, very happy there, hitting a 3-point shot. And yeah, so a great win honestly, a great win for Chicago. For the Sparks, you have now entered the Paige Becker sweepstakes. I was surprised the Sparks came out this flat. Like, I thought the Fever were really bad against the Sparks, but I also thought the Sparks weren't very good against the Fever. But the Sky were much better today than the Fever were a few days ago. No question about that. Like, the Sky went out to win this game, and they're fighting for their playoff lives. Like, they gain nothing. Like, they gain absolutely nothing. Actually, to be fair, since Dallas are as good as out of the playoffs, they do actually gain. They gain by not being in the playoffs because you're at least in the lottery. Like, you get the worst of two picks, but you're at least in the lottery if you drop out. But you're still going to want to get there, even if it is just being fodder for the Liberty. Like, there's a hypothetical scenario that the Fever just fodder for the Minnesota Lynx as well. If the Fever go and lose, if the Fever go and lose to the Dream and the Mercury kind of step up, like, it could happen. Either way, they're there. I don't see them. Like, they need to beat a Mystics team that have been looking really good. Like, they got to beat a good Mystics team. They got to beat the Wings, who really want Chicago out of the playoffs in their next game. And the Wings, again, are on a bit of a slide, but I still think the Wings are the better team. If they can go and beat the Wings, fair play to them. And then later on in the year, they're playing the Dream. And unfortunately, even though if the Sun might be just sorted, the Sun are going to want to beat them because of the whole Mabry situation. So, yeah, it's not a horrible run-in, but that 8th seed spot is the most interesting thing now in the WNBA, because I think the Wings are as good as gone. The Mystics, the Dream, and the Sky are all within one game of each other, and they all play each other. That's the craziest part, is they all play each other in this run-in, and they're all within one game of each other. And also, fair play to Atlanta. Ryan Howard is balling. Ryan Howard absolutely balled today. Again, she has one bad game for every good game she has. Jordan Canna, Alicia Gray, Naz Hillman. Like, Naz Hillman, I was literally talking earlier, and I was like, oh, she's not really a scorer. She had like 2 points through at halftime in the game, comes up with 18. Like, obviously an overtime win. Who missed the free throw, actually? Someone on Dallas missed a game-winning free throw, I think. If I am not mistaken. In regulation, somebody missed a game-winning free throw. Oh, no. Yeah. Sorry. Ryan Howard missed a free throw basically to win the game, and Natasha Howard hit a pull-up to tie it. That was it. Tiara McCown missed putback layup. Arike missed a 3 for the win. But yeah, that was that game. So fair play. Really good game for Angel Reese today. Really good game. Look, rookie of the year's over, but it doesn't mean she hasn't had a brilliant rookie season. And again, look, it was against the Sparks. I will say, like, I'm not going to say it means nothing because Caitlin Clark won for her triple doubles against the Sparks, but like, obviously, it's still like the Sparks. A win's a win. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.